Huntech Pro is proudly sponsored by Hawk Optics, National Cartridge, Open Weapons, Wild Dog 4x4 Accessories, Liberolzer Taxidermy, Magnum Archery, and Karoo Hunting Gear.
We live for the hunt, driven by a deep-rooted passion for the outdoors. Our mission is to turn your hunting dreams into reality. Forging lifelong bonds with fellow hunters who share our values and love for the great outdoors. This is more than just a business. It's a brotherhood built on respect for nature, the pursuit of excellence, and the spirit of adventure. This is Huntech Pro. Our US journey continued, this time Nashville, where neon lights meet southern soul. We checked in downtown, right in the heart of the city that never sleeps. Of course, we made our way to familiar favorite, Bass Pro, stocked up on gear, grabbed some country merch, and soaked in the spirit of the South. As the sun dipped behind the skyline, we returned to the hotel, waiting on Matt and Kelsey to arrive. Then it was time. Boots on, spirits high. We hit Broadway, where music spills from every doorway. Laughter fills the streets, and memories are made one honky-tonk at a time. When I let Matt and Kelsey know that we would be in Nashville, they made plans to meet us there. I wanted to show Beulah what Broadway is all about. The loud music, the country culture, cowboy boots, and the vibe is something to experience.
To me, Nashville is nothing short of magical. Music City has always held a special charm, and to experience this firsthand is like stepping into a dream.
Nashville, a city that sings with soul and echoes with history. Our time here was nothing short of magical. From the rich culture to the food that warms your soul and the music that never stops playing. The vibe, unreal, but what made it unforgettable was the company. Together, we explored every corner of Music City, laughed until our sides hurt, and made memories that'll last a lifetime. Nashville wasn't just a stop, it was a feeling, one we'll carry with us always.
We owe a massive thank you to Dennis for making this all possible. Your generosity gave us a trip we'll never forget. The adventure didn't stop with just soaking in the city. Trey invited us out to his property to hunt whitetail. And from the start, it was clear he was as excited as we were.
That's cool.
He'd been getting some good buck on camera and, in true Southern hospitality, was generous enough to offer me a chance on a big one.
So Dennis, we just finished that awesome trip in, was it the southwest part?
Southwest Texas, correct.
And I mean, it was amazing for both Beulah and myself to see the culture and the hunting that side. But now we're here in Tennessee. You told me this is something we must add to the trip.
Well, yeah, the buck in, of course, the buck in Texas are big. You know, they're little. The bodies are a little smaller. It's kind of a different type of, just a different size, a whole different feel. This hunting that you'll do this week out through here is more field hunting, where that was more kind of in the bush. So yeah. These buck will run a little bit different. They're grazing on the fields. The fields have been harvested, but they're still out there grazing. So they'll move in the morning, at night, and there's some big deer here. So you should see some pretty big deer here for sure.
Yeah, no, we're very excited, and I know Beulah really wants to shoot a nice buck, so I think she's very excited about this hunt as well. But I just want to use this opportunity as well to thank you for everything you've shared with us during season 5 and getting us over here in the States. It means a lot to me and Beulah, man. Thank you for that.
Well, we sure enjoy hunting with y'all, so hopefully there's many more in the future.
Yeah, definitely. It was muzzleloader season in Tennessee. Time to gear up, dial in, and make sure everything was ready. The hunt was calling, and we were prepared to answer.
Huntech Pro would also like to thank the following sponsors.
Looking for the ultimate hunting adventure? This is Huntech Pro, where your hunt becomes more than just a memory. It becomes a story told to the world. Book your hunt today and get featured on an episode of Huntech Pro. Unreal experiences, unmatched adventures. Huntech Pro, where the hunt lives on. Ready to make your mark? Book your hunt now.
Hawk is hunting. Hawk is precision.
5.5, left 0.3.
Hawk is tactical. Highest optical performance available. Purpose-built to be clearer, brighter, and stronger. Hawk Optics. Vision accomplished.
So here at one of the deer farms in Kentucky, Dennis arranged so that we could get some doe pea. You guys will know it as estrus. So we got a fresh brew, you can say, and we're going to put it out when we go hunting later with Trey. So we're going to see how it's going to work, and hopefully we can get the bigger buck on camera. Trey, what are we doing?
Well, you're about to open some bottles for us. Get some doe pea.
This barely too big to fit in there.
Heard that before.
Looks like apple juice. It might taste like apple juice. Always smell that. That's it.
Go on, Johan. Grab the bottle. We appreciate it, man. No problem.
So this is our first sit for Whitetail here in Tennessee, and Trey has been seeing a really nice buck that I really would like to take. So hopefully I'll get lucky and we can get a shot on him.
That many through here, but with that down there, we can see down. Yeah. Like I'll know where they're going. But in the morning, that's where I'll sit.
Okay.
Not long into the sit, the woods came alive. The stillness gave way to subtle movement. Leaves rustling, branches shifting, a quiet energy building all around us. Then, through the trees, he appeared, a younger buck, clean lines, good frame, and promise in his stride. He stepped into the open, cautious but curious. We watched in silence, respecting his potential, knowing he had time to grow, and so did we. This wasn't the moment, not yet. With patience as our guide, we held fast, waiting on the one we came for. Older, wiser, bigger. In these woods, it's not just about the shot, it's about the story that leads to it. Then, out of the blue, a mature buck stepped out, but he vanished before Beulah could take the shot.
So we just got out of the stand after our first sit here. It was really exciting to. I didn't even have a chance to sit down because there was so much activity. I've never seen so many deer hunting from a stand. One good-looking buck, and when I decided maybe I should take him, he walked off. So
It was amazing to see how quickly the bucks were coming in. You know, I think we saw 3 or 4 bucks within
in total we saw
30
7
minutes.
here.
Yeah, it was crazy. So that definitely worked. So I'm excited to see what tomorrow will bring.
Yeah.
In the morning, I'm gonna put you in a different blind that we have. I believe it's a 10-point buck coming in every morning around 7:30, 8:30. Because you was with us this week, and I kept showing you pictures.
Yeah.
So hopefully he'll come in at midnight tonight
And
and tomorrow morning.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks for letting us onto your property.
No problem.
We appreciate it a
Yeah,
lot.
it's been fun. Now it's time for pizza and beer.
Yay!
And
Let's
football.
We put in serious time and effort trying to make it happen. We had some close calls, saw a few really nice bucks moving around us, but none of them stepped into a window that gave me a clear shot. That's hunting though. Sometimes it doesn't go your way, but the experience alone makes it worth every minute in the stand. What made this trip truly special was how welcoming Trey and his family were. They opened their home and their hearts to us, making sure we felt like part of the family. From showing us around his hometown, to grabbing some authentic local food, to taking a ride in his granddad's classic Plymouth. It was the kind of southern experience you hope for, but rarely get. Thank you, Trey and Grandma Dot, for your time and kindness, and for sharing your piece of heaven with us. This trip may not have ended with a tagged out buck, but it gave us something far more lasting. Memories, friendship, and a deep appreciation for everything that makes Tennessee so special.
You may have heard of the little skulls making a big impact. Introducing Scullies. Scullies are exact replicas of real animal skulls in miniature. These incredible mini skulls are 3D printed and hand painted, making each one unique and a true representation of their species. Scullies enables us to keep our childlike wonder alive and find the joy in the small things. Add a touch of the wild to your home or workplace with Scullies today.
Season after season, the passion for the pursuit remains. With each new buck comes a new challenge, and with each day comes new photos and videos, pieces necessary to solving the puzzle. Because as you grind, we organize. And as you dream, we capture and deliver, revealing the big picture in the palm of your hand. Stealth Cam, the leader in cellular trail camera technology.
The next leg of our US journey took us north to Great Falls, Montana. A week of exploration, cold air, and raw discovery. Montana is breathtaking, a white wonderland, almost timeless, where nature and mankind live side by side in rugged mountains and snowy hills. There, we reunited with our longtime friend, Erin Throckmorton of Giving Back TV, ready for another unforgettable adventure. So for those of you that don't know Erin, me and Erin met back, what, in 2018?
2018 in the middle of Zimbabwe. Yeah. Actually, we met in South Africa, drove to Zimbabwe.
Yeah, it was definitely a crazy hunt. We joined us on that. But now, me and Beulah, we are standing with Erin in Montana. Erin, please tell me a little bit more about the history you guys have here and what it is to hunt in Montana.
Well, it's very different than like if people hunt in Africa or they hunt Texas. This is a very different ecosystem here. A lot of times when you go hunting, you come out to these mountains here and you're hiking around looking for tracks, and you're hopefully going to follow those tracks to an animal. You might hike all day and not see an animal, which is very different from a lot of styles of hunting. That in itself makes it special. To hunt in Montana, though, is a little different because you can't just buy tags over the counter.
Yeah.
You actually have to apply for a draw, and as a non-resident, it takes about 2 points or 2 years. So once you draw that, then you're allocated some tags to come hunt here. So you can't just drive to Montana, buy a tag, and hunt. It's a draw system, and that makes it a little bit challenging, you know. So that's the only thing we're up against this trip. But you know, we'll see in the years to come if you guys can get some tags and come harvest some animals with us.
Yeah, no, that'd be awesome, man. But to hear all the species you have available here, that's insane. I mean, you can bump into elk, bear, or whatever, you know. And yeah, I know, who knows what the future holds. So
we don't have as many as you have in Africa, but for Montana, it's quite a few.
Yeah, but just thanks again, you know. Since 2018, we've been helping you edit your TV show as well, and to see how Giving Back has grown and Huntech Pro as well. We can't wait to see where the future is taking us.
It's bright, my friend.
So, what do South Africans do when they see snow for the second time in their lives?
During our time in Great Falls, Erin welcomed us into his world, showing us his hometown, his family's land, and their unique way of hunting. A style and tradition so different from what we are used to back home in South Africa, and deeply rooted in Montana's rugged soul. We spent 5 days in the wild, hunting by Erin's side. He held a tag for a whitetail buck, and together we set out to find that one special giant. Along the way, we encountered breathtaking mule deer and a handful of other species that made each day worth the wait. But the big one, he stayed just out of reach. Still, the hunt, the challenge, and the bond we shared in Montana's unforgiving terrain and biting cold was something we'll never forget. A true adventure carved into the heart of the wilderness. And just as we thought we were done with the challenges, Erin surprised us with the hardest one yet, hiking the Rocky Mountains. But where are we this morning?
So where we're at is the Rocky Mountain front. It's an iconic area, not only of Montana but the world, and it's an incredible ecosystem with Rocky Mountain elk, deer, bears, both grizzly and black, wolves, lions, bighorn sheep. So what we're doing today is we're hiking up this drainage. So we're just going to put some miles on the legs and pray that the sun comes up soon.
Yeah, no, it's definitely cold, you know, and it was actually awesome to see that sign driving up this edge. You're entering bear country now, so
we are in bear country, and you know, I got a little bear spray here, so you always want to keep some bear spray on you, because there's a lot of grizzlies here. You know, 99% of the time, no problems, but that 1% of the time, you want to be prepared.
Yeah, rather have it and not need it. It's
Amen.
a saying that people say. So yeah, let's see what today will hold for us.
It'll be a good day, buddy.
So guys, I don't know how high above sea level we are now, but
I'm struggling a little bit with my breathing, but it's okay. It's so amazing to be here in the Rocky Mountains, and yeah, we can't wait to see what else we can see today.
Montana left us speechless. The beauty of this land is beyond words. Raw, vast, and breathtaking. We were in awe every moment. And to share this with incredible people, surrounded by God's masterpiece, it was a gift we'll never forget.
Any and all of your Wild Dog 4x4 products today. Visit www.wilddog.co.za and become part of the pack.
Introducing the Disruptor Noise Canceling Earbuds by Walkers, the ultimate in hearing protection and enhancement. These earbuds feature active noise cancellation, rapid impulse noise protection, and 360-degree true surround sound mode, allowing users to focus on the task at hand while blocking out damaging decibel levels, allowing for up to 8.5 hours of Bluetooth streaming and 11.5 hours of ambient-only use. Protect your hearing with the Disruptor Noise Canceling Earbuds by Walkers.
Oberholzer Taxidermy strives to portray your hunting trophies in as realistic a state as possible. We give you a trophy that you aren't simply proud of or would like to add to your collection, but also your very own prized piece of Africa along with fond memories of our land. Hunting is an incredibly rewarding sport. Complement your prize with professional taxidermy services at Oberholzer Taxidermy.
At Orphan Weapons, we have a dedicated team of professionals that are extremely passionate about firearms. We specialize in custom rifle building, accurizing, customization, repair and general sales of firearms and their related accessories. Each firearm receives our signature attention to detail, met with unique insight gathered through more than 50 years' experience as gunsmiths. We look forward to assist you in your firearm needs.
When visiting Jim and Michelle, they always take good care of us. Every time we are with them, we have an adventure. And this is what is so awesome about it, because those are memories that we create with them that last us a lifetime. It wouldn't be a Georgia hunt if there wasn't any hog hunting involved. So Jim called one of his friends to come do a cull type of hunt. This was a very unique experience that I got to share.
This is Dave Williams. He's our guide tonight for a hog hunt, and he'll tell you the rest.
I'm Dave. I've got a company called Southern Cross Cut Gear. We manufacture Kevlar vests for hunting dogs. I've also got my buddy Ryan Rankin here. He's got a really awesome hog hunting apparel brand, Boars and Broads. So we're gonna go out there and do a dog hunt. Our goal is hopefully to catch a couple of decent pigs. This is a little different than your average hunt. It's not sitting in a stand. We're going to be getting up close and personal. There's no weapons as far as a rifle or a gun. We do that because it is safer for the dogs, so we use a knife. It's the safest and most efficient way of dispatching a hog. When done properly, extremely humane, very quick, and the best way to get it done. So it's hunting, so we just have to get out there and see what happens.
Ryan said they got a hog on that gun, about 110 pounds.
Yeah.
We got one.
Coming from South Africa, where night hunting is a regular part of our lifestyle, especially when it comes to those vermin species, I've always appreciated the thrill that comes with it. There's something uniquely satisfying about not only doing what you love, but knowing it serves a greater purpose in wildlife management.
Hey, this big old hog's going to the right. Yeah, I see him go. He's coming around. He's coming. Big boar. Big boar. Yeah, he's coming. Oh, he's hauling ass.
So when Jim mentioned we'd be heading out with the thermals for a hog hunt, I was already halfway in the backseat. No convincing needed.
Jim said we can go look for some hogs with the thermals. He called his friend Sam Wilbanks to join us on this trip yet again. We drove to an open area where one of their pivots were. And as we walked closer into the open area, the next moment, a hog stood 30 yards away from us. Walking up to my hog, it was a special moment.
I think he's done.
Wow. Knowing how much damage they cause on farms, I was very thankful that I got the opportunity to harvest a huge hog. Sam, thank you for always going out of your way to help us on these hunts.
Johan was the first to take a shot that night, and he dropped his hog in a high-energy, fast-paced sequence that got everyone amped up. Just before calling it a night, Jim and Sam took us to a different pivot where they plant alfalfa. We glassed the area for a while. Then, almost out of nowhere, we spotted a hog heading our direction.
Get him again. Left of where he was.
This hunt easily ranks as one of the highlights every time we visit Jim in Georgia. He and Sam always go the extra mile to make sure we get opportunities on animals, and even more so, that we have an unforgettable time with them. It's not just about the hunt, it's about the people, the land, and the memories made around it.
Jim and Michelle got us tickets to go and watch a Georgia Bulldog game. And man, was this an amazing experience. From the tailgating to getting on a bus to drive towards the Sanford Stadium was amazing to see. The Georgia Bulldogs have some real supporters for sure.
It's about the commitment of the Bulldog Nation.
Pressure from UMass. Georgia sees it. They go to Cass Jones. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Jim and Michelle, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We can't say thank you enough for everything that you guys done for us. We love y'all.
Looking for the ultimate hunting stories and expert insights? Tune in to the HTP podcast channel now, where every hunt has a story.